What is up, everybody? It's Wilverse here today. So apparently, EA is going to have an EA Play Live event next month, and they are announcing they're going to be doing a revival of one of their past IPs. A lot of people are hoping it's Dead Space being revived again. I am too, because I love the Dead Space series on the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation. And I'm kind of disappointed how I was constantly disappointed how they just canceled the game after 3 because the third game didn't do as well as they wanted to do in sales wise. So hopefully it is Dead Space. A lot of people want this game to be, but like people have some other suggestions as well. But I just really hope it's Dead Space. I love the Dead Space franchise. I wish they do bring this one back. I know we're having the Callisto Protocol, which is kind of like a Dead Space successor, but it's gonna be done in like the Fortnite universe, something like that. But it's like something similar to Dead Space. So hopefully that game is gonna be good as well. But I really just want a Dead Space remake or a Dead Space revival. So hopefully it's that game. So let's see if people are saying in the comment section. Yo, on my life, F Dead Space. If it's not Titanfall 3, I don't want to hear S from EA. So this guy wants to Titanfall 3. Okay. Let's face it, they're not making another Fight Night. And if they do, boy, I'm still waiting for that ESBC that's coming out later this year. I don't know what that is. If it isn't Dead Space Remake, then it can get punted into the stratosphere. Remake, no thanks. The developers have disbanded and, in fact, working on their spiritual successor to it. The best we can expect is a remaster from EA. I wouldn't trust them with a sequel or a reboot or anything else, really. Or even like it'd be cool too if they did like if they gave the Dead Space treatment the same treatment they did to that Master Legendary Edition. If they did like a Dead Space Legendary Edition where all the three games just remastered, they look better on different on current gen hardware. I would kind of wish they would do that too as well. So only three EA games I'll consider in my life is Dead Space, Command and Conquer, and Burnout. They decide to, oh, new Burnout game would be pretty cool too. That would be pretty cool too. But I kind of want Dead Space more. If they decide to relaunch and finish Dead Space with a sequel to Dead Space 3, I'll be more than excited. If it's another dumb EA Sports game, I hope they set for another system breach. Yeah, they wasting our time with a sports game. That's like, yeah, I can't. I don't know if they should go that far with them system getting breached and being hacked, but I do kind of agree. Don't waste my time with no sports game being revived. I don't care about that. Burnout is somewhat semi-alive. I think it just got a Switch port recently, so I don't know if that would be considered a revival, perhaps. Trilogy remaster, and that's a day one buy for me. Yeah, if they remaster the Dead Space trilogy, that's a day one buy. That's how the Mass Effect Legendary Edition was for me, a day one buy. This would be a day one buy as well if they remaster the Dead Space games in a trilogy pack. Funny if it's only Plants vs Zombies or something. A lot of people are gonna be pissed because a lot of people are expecting Dead Space. If it's just like a sports game where like Plants vs Zombies, a lot of people are gonna be pissed. They're not trying to hear that. It's most likely Need for Speed or The Sims. Don't get excited. Or it can be either Mass Effect or Dragon Age. BioWare is known to be working on a new entry to one of those IPs. Please let it be Dead Space and be as good as the first. It won't be. I doubt it will be this, but man, I hope it is. Henry Hasworth. I don't know if this dude is trolling or you just really a huge fan of this game. So I have no idea. Don't play with my heart like this. I swear to God. Don't get my hopes up, pal. LOL. EA probably sees another meaning in the word revival than we do. Remember that Dungeon Keeper or Command and Conquer revival on phone? Yeah, if they make a mobile game, a lot of people will be pissed off. EA made a good move by greenlighting the Command and Conquer remaster. They didn't stand the hell away from it and letting Petroglyph Games and Lemon Sky Studios deal with it. I want them to re-release Space Hulk Fodba, but no doubt the people there don't even know the game exists. I mean, it's got to be Dead Space, but EA Sports SSX. I hope it's Dead Space. Please, EA, give me that Dead Space goodness, please, and maybe a Mirror's Edge remaster, please. I'll be your friend. I'm fully expecting it to be an official unveil of Skate 4. Yes, they said they were working on a new installment a few years ago, but I figure this would be the legit reveal of the title. As much as I want a new Dead Space, a new Skate game would be choice right about now. Did we all forget how badly Dead Space 3 flopped? It's not Dead Space. Dead Space 3 was so S, no wonder Visceral closed. That was because EA BS meddling. They wanted to push S microtransactions and that forced Visceral into a tight spot. Dead Space 1 and 2 are still highly regarded and loved by so many. Dead Space 2 is my favorite, actually. Isaac Clarke is one of the best and widely known protagonists of survival horror. Because one of my favorite games of all time is Resident Evil 4, but Dead Space 2 is up there with Resident Evil 4 in my opinion. Those are some of my two favorite games of all time. Bring back Godfather Remaster remake so I can buy it on PS5, Xbox Series X. Only if it includes Godfather 2, still one of my favorites. Dead Space first, and maybe Army of Two. Army of Two was such a banger back in the day. The time has come. I don't even like sports games, but I used to play EA. I used to play NBA Street a lot. And I don't even, like I said, I don't like sports games. I don't like sports games whatsoever, but I love the NBA Street games. If it's Dead Space, you better bring back Gunner, right? Okay. Gonna be a Dead Space and Skit crossover like live service battle royale. Not gonna lie, that'd be sick. Doing kick flips while shooting necromorphs and S. Please don't be Dead Space. Let it rest in peace. How I got murdered with 3. Dead Space wasn't that bad. It was a good game, but wasn't a great game. Please don't mess with my emotions. I have everything crossed for you. Honestly, when these rumors came out, I was trying not to get hyped at E3, but a little part of me will always pray, just like your F3 remaster. And you can see right now it's trending on Twitter too. Ever since they made this announcement, people have been going wild over this. Like this is actually trending on Twitter about Dead Space and how they wish this EA is probably announcing a new game based on an established IP, and fans hope the game will be Dead Space. So it's actually trending on Twitter right now. Mirror's Edge 3, please. Man, I'm hoping for Dead Space. Love that game. Beat all 3, and would love to see a revamp for next gen. Yeah, that would be a dream come true if Dead Space gets remade for the next generation consoles, the current gen right now. I know everyone is asking for Dead Space, but honestly, I wouldn't complain if this ends up being Fight Night. It's the only sports game I'll ever be interested in from EA. The Visceral Games 2 have a chance. I doubt it. They asked the studio, so if it's true, then it's another studio taking over, which I don't mind. I don't care. As long as they make it as great as the Visceral Studio game, I don't mind. Needs to be Dead Space, an announcement for a reboot of 4 or a remaster of the OG trilogy. Mirror's Edge 3, Shaq Fu 2, the cancel. Okay. Considering the AAA industry is seeing single player with good eyes again, Dead Space could be chosen, but regardless, I don't like the idea at all. EA will reuse a familiar title to ensnare gullible consumers while churning out a game that barely contains any common elements from the original, while also being a games as a service title. You folks will get your Dead Space filled with Callisto Protocol. What I really want to see is a new fresh take on NBA Street. I'm talking free-to-play, hero shooter inspired games as a service. Yeah, NBA Street would be a good welcome back too, because like I said, I love that game. I used to play that game all the time, the first NBA Street game. Dead Space Trilogy Collection along with a new Dead Space game. That would be a great idea as well. So I saw the picture, I just thought, okay. Dead Space without Visceral sounds like a disaster in the making. Hopefully a new Dead Space, bro. I need a new one. What happened to Isaac Clarke and the other guy? A current gen Dead Space game could be incredible. It gives the current popularity of Resident Evil. It could possibly make tons of money if marketed well. I would love to just have a Dead Space standalone game or anything. EA needs to license it out or sell it to someone who actually makes a good Dead Space game. NCAA football, just in more depth. I hope it's Dead Space, one of my favorite IPs ever. 1 and 2 are modern classics. Boring, give me The Sims 5. There's millions of shooters out there, one more bland than the other. It's time for unlimited creativity. Dude, the original pitch for Dead Space 3 and Dead Space 4 was amazing. The director still wants to make another Dead Space game. Please, man, it would be sweet. This game used to freak me the F out when I was little. As long as it's not a horror or zombie game, okay. I doubt it. EA don't understand what gamers want, and we've been asking for this for years. Nope, if it is a Def Jam fight for a game, he wants the Def Jam games to be brought back with the rappers. I have never played any of those games, but I wanted to. I don't know why I never played these games when they were popular. I ever cried so much my eyes just watered up thinking about it. They need to remaster the 3 games, also announced a new Dead Space. The return of EA Big, NBA Street, SSX, Medal of Honor, Dead Space with microtransactions, sweet. Sorry, I mean surprise mechanics. I want Burnout back, to be honest. I am the only one here who hopes it's Mercenaries, probably. Bring back the True Command and Conquer. Stay out of it, and revive Westwood Studios. Hard to see it be Dead Space with Visceral gone and what EA did with it. Please don't hype me too much. This could hurt my brand if it's not Dead Space 4. Don't tease me like this. Folks forgot that Skate 4 is being made. Sounds like everyone's completely forgotten that the original founder of the first Dead Space, Glenn Schofield, is currently working on a successor to Dead Space with a game called Callisto Protocol, pretty much. I hope this is true. As long as EA gives us to the right people, Dead Space will be amazing to see again. I want to hope for Dead Space, but can we trust EA? LMFAO. Maybe that Kodar rumor is finally coming to fruition. EA got a lot of hits. When you look at it, EA got a lot of classic games that people want to come back. When you look at their resume, they do got a lot of classic games people want to come back. Please don't run another Dead Space, another Dead Space hype. I just want more. It must be Dead Space, please. Dante's Inferno, that was such a good game. And Visceral made this game too. Wow, Visceral has a lot of hits because Dante's Inferno was a great game. It was kind of like a ripoff of God of War, but had his own little spin on it. Like you went to hell and like went to different layers of hell and fought the different creatures. This was an amazing game. This was like the God of War, like rival or something like that. This was a cool, amazing game. If they brought this back, I'd be happy with this to be brought back. To be honest, it's a very low chance, but Titanfall 3 maybe. Uh, Please be Dead Space Remastered for Xbox One, Series X, and PS4/5. Hopefully NBA Live 2. Dead Space Remastered Collection, make it happen. Fight Night or We Riot. Praying for Dead Space. EA knows everyone wants this. Please bring Titanfall back. I still play 2. Don't give me hope. It's probably FIFA 22. I'm gonna scream if it's Dead Space. Let me guess, Fight Night, they put another boxing game when one is supposed to drop later this year. Gonna be Dead Space because they have it on their streaming platform. Medal of Honor, Burnout, The Godfather of the game, Ola Parane. I don't know what that is. Army of Two, baby, let's go and let's have some more terrible games. I doubt it'll be Visceral, but if they do probably revive it, EA better not F with them too much. A VR version of the game could be interesting. Oh, that'd be scary as hell. I would not want to play a VR version of Dead Space. That'd be way too. I wouldn't want to play that. A new Dead Space? I hope it's SXX. I really, really hope it is. Should be Dead Space, but probably college football. Skate 4 or a new Def Jam? Has to be Dead Space. Dead Space as a swashbuckling free-to-play co-op adventure. Obviously, it will be Dead Space. Callisto says hi. Dead Space is exactly that. Road Rash, Skater Die, Desert Strike. Dead Space 4, please. A lot of people did. A lot of people want Dead Space, but there's a lot of other games people are naming that sounds pretty interesting too that I wouldn't mind bringing back. So, I'm gonna include the video right here. Yeah, a lot of people want all these classic. I didn't know EA had this many games that I actually want them to bring back. They want a lot of licenses, a lot of old IPs they should bring back. But a lot of people want Dead Space the most, so hopefully they bring that one back. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below. What you think they're gonna bring back, or if you don't think it's gonna be like some game that nobody really wants. This might be what they announced, but who knows? Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.